am Nancy Schaub with Healthy Living. Today I'd like to talk with you about one of the most common pieces of equipment you will see in most of our group fitness classes here at Ames Parks and Recreation, the resistance tube. The resistance tube is a real common piece of equipment, provides a great strength training workout, and is portable, easy to use, inexpensive, and is a great addition to any strength training workout. The tubing comes in a variety of colors, and the color dictates how hard it is to use the tube. So yellow will be your lightest intensity, green would be medium, red is a little harder. So there's also blue and black for those who want a really intense strength training workout. So what I'd like to do today is show you some of the exercises you can do at home with a piece of exercise tubing. So we're going to start with the squat. If we put the tubing under both our feet, and you want to try to have it really secure under your insole so it doesn't slip away. And again, we can make the exercise easier or harder depending on where we hold our hands. So if I'm about at hip level, it's going to be a little easier than if I bring it all the way up to my shoulders. What I do want to be aware of is I want to try not to let my wrist pull back. That just causes a lot of tension in the wrist, so you want your wrist to be parallel with the rest, or in line with the rest of your arm. So squat, pretty simple. We're going to bring it down and up, and it provides a really good resistance for those squats. You can add an overhead press if you'd like to make that exercise a little bit more challenging, or both arms. From the squat, we can take it to a lunge. I'm going to put one leg in back, just put the tube under one foot, and I want to make sure when I lunge that I have a nice wide stride. So your back heel should always be lifted. If your heel is down, chances are your stride isn't long enough and you won't be doing a proper lunge. So taking a nice wide step back, having the tubing underneath that front foot. Again, we can make it a little easier or a little more challenging. And we're just going to take it down in that lunge right here. Well, sometimes when we strength train to get the most out of our time, we like to do exercises that involve two major muscle groups. So for instance, I can do a lunge and I can do a shoulder press. And if that is a little more challenging, you can take it to one at a time. So those are some great lower body exercises we can do with the tubing. Moving to the upper body, triceps, of course, is an exercise or muscle group we all want to work. So if we take a hand and anchor it on our shoulder and press that elbow close to the side, a kickback right here. And we want to try to make sure that we keep the shoulder to elbow very still. All the movement should occur right below the elbow. And then we can add pulses to change it up a little bit, or we can slow down the count. It's one way to work those triceps. Another really common exercise for the triceps is to stand on that tubing, take it right behind, elbow high. Again, we want to try and keep elbow to shoulder very stable, working just below the elbow. And you can even take a finger here and support it a little bit. So just taking overhead and back. And again, we can slow down the speed or take it up a little faster. But again, we want to just try to make sure that that wrist doesn't break, that it stays in line with the rest of the arm. So those are two really common tricep exercises. Now we can move to the biceps. And with the biceps, we can step on the tube with one foot to make it a little less challenging, or to make it more challenging. Put both feet under the tube. If you want it even harder from there, you can widen your stance. So again, the tubing really provides us with different ways to make the exercises easier or harder. So bicep curls, I think everybody knows how to do bicep curls, but we're just going to bring it up and down, okay? And we can change up our curls by crossing one arm at a time. We can bring it halfway up and down. Bring it all the way up halfway down. We can bring it out to the side. So there's a lot of variations to that bicep curls that we can do with the resistance tube. The shoulders. Again, stepping on that tube, taking it behind, back of the arm, overhead extensions or overhead presses, and back down. Okay, it's a great shoulder exercise. And I know we did some with the lunges, but we don't need to lunge to work those deltoids, shoulders, so we can take it out to the side here. We can take it to the front. And again, if this proves really hard when you're doing the tubing because the shoulder is a little weaker muscle group, single it out. Do one arm at a time. For the chest, we can take that tubing behind our back, and with some of these exercises to make the tubing a little bit harder to use, you're going to want to grab in a little bit from the handle. So just judging accordingly, working that chest right here. Now, if we wanted to, if we like to do push-ups and we'll make our push-ups a little bit more challenging, we can get down on the floor. Same concept, having that tubing behind your back, getting down on the floor, having your hands wide, and adding resistance with that tubing is one way to challenge up your push-ups. These are just some of the exercises we can do with the resistance tubing. They're easy to use, versatile, inexpensive, very portable, and a great addition to any group fitness class or home program. If you would like more information on using the tubings or any of our group fitness classes here at Ames Parks and Recreation, please contact us at 239-5350 or check out all our programs online at amesparkrec.org. I'm Nancy Shaw with Healthy Living, and remember, it's never too late to get fit.